The paper had the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Call meeting to order. Let the record show all board members are present. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Motion's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay. First thing on the agenda is oath of office for the newly elected members. Good night, Brett.
You too.
You too.
You say 30. Say 30.
Dr. Hutchins, is that okay?
I was sitting there too. Yeah, I did.
Repeat after me.
Somebody is.
I, Larry D. Ford,
I, Larry D. Ford,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of member of the Raleigh County Board of Education
A member of the Raleigh County Board of Education
in the state of West Virginia
in the state of West Virginia
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
so help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
Mr. Hanley. Repeat after me. I, Ronald B. Cantley II,
Ronald B. Cantley II,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of member of the Raleigh County Board of Education
of member of the Raleigh County Board of Education
in the state of West Virginia
in the state of West Virginia
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you. Thank you. Repeat after me. I, Charlotte Hutchins,
I, Charlotte Hutchins,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of member of the Raleigh County Board of
of
Education
member of the Raleigh County Board of Education,
in the state of West Virginia
State of West Virginia,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Thank you.
Okay, and next thing on the agenda is to elect the president. So I nominate Rick Snuffer as president of the Raleigh County Board of Education.
Second.
Motion's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. So you need to get sworn in. Then you'll take my seat.
Gotta do, buddy.
So get your Diet Coke.
I know. I did. I'll move over there. Move it over just a second. All over.
Yeah, we're gonna switch.
Right.
All right, repeat after me. I, Richard D. Snuffer,
I, Richard B. Snuffer II,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
as president of the Raleigh County Board of Education
of the president of the Raleigh County Board of Education
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
so help me God.
so help me God. Thank you.
Seats.
Just a second to turn, keep around here a little bit. You have 2 seats. Yeah. Just pass this stuff down. Take it back, Kevin. Yeah,
Will you
take it
hand
back,
this to
Kevin.
Mr.
Take my cap too. Okay, thank you. The next item of business is election of vice president. Do I have any a motion for, anyone for the office of vice president?
I nominate Larry Ford.
Have a nomination for Larry Ford. Do I have a second?
Second.
Been properly moved and second. Any other nominations? Hearing none. All in favor of Larry Ford as vice president of Raleigh County Board of Education, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Ford, congratulations.
I, Larry D. Ford,
I, Larry D. Ford,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
the Constitution of the State of West Virginia,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of Vice President of the Raleigh County Board of Education
of Vice President of the Raleigh County Board of Education,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment.
so help me God. Thank you.
Thank you. My first act would be, I need to apologize for everybody. I thought the meeting started at 8:30 this morning, so. Should have looked at my agenda, I guess. I thought, man, I'm doing early here. Everybody's, what's going on? I'm sitting at McDonald's just sitting up here enjoying my stuff and thing. Okay. Well, we'll do better maybe, hopefully. No promises. That's just the thing. The next item of business is committee assignments and representations there. If you look over that, Mr. Ford had just asked me about the convention board. He would like to be on the convention board. So I'm going to let Mr. Ford replace me on the convention board. There, if you go down that. So it'd be Dr. Hutchins and Mr. Ford for that. Any other assignments anybody wants to just give up?
Mr. Ford, I'd like to take Marie's place as on middle school.
On middle school? Okay.
And if Ron would like to have my place on the safe and healthy schools, he's welcome to it.
Okay. Well, that's healthy schools, okay?
These schools would be Ron and not Marshall, right?
Okay, Ron, do you care about being on, you okay to be on the education committee for the chamber?
You know, I've already been serving on that, so it's
Have you?
just to continue.
Okay, so we just put you on, okay,
Yes, sir.
okay,
I'd be happy to do that.
okay. Let's see other assignments there. Library board, okay. Who, anybody want to be on the library board particularly, or do it? Ron, you want that?
Sure.
Put Ron on library board then. And really, some of these committees are mandatory. Other ones, like the liaison down there, it says items of interest or other areas of interest. Any board member is more than welcome to inquire on those or help on those at any time. The other ones are more or less standing committees there. And the Family Resource Network was Marie. There again, Ron, you okay with that?
Yeah, I've worked with them before.
Okay. So I think we have, I'm looking. Any other replacements anybody see? Is there any other ones that you're on there that you want to move out of, or a lot of them we have two, we don't have but one on vocational programs. So Ron, if you wanted to do on vocational programs, you could also be on that.
Sure.
No. I think that's about. I don't see anything else in there. Anybody else? Items? Okay, these are not statute for the whole year. If something comes up during the year, I know before, I was on, SESC and I had some conflicts in Charlotte. We changed in the middle of the year even on that, on those. So those can happen. So as a board member, if you, develop conflicts or attendance on those, just feel free to come back and, we'll discuss as a board and you can, we can, replace you or swap some positions.
I didn't get straight on that convention center. Who's doing that one?
Larry and Charlotte,
Okay, very good.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And we'll have those, printed up and then distributed for the next one. Okay, thanks. Okay, we've got committee assignments. We're down to, F. Consider approval of curriculum associates purchase of, I guess that should be ready. It says ready.
It's ready.
Ready classrooms? Okay, ready classrooms? Okay. For Bradley, Coal City, Stratton Elementary. Mrs. Valerie.
Yes. Good morning, board members, President Snuffer, Dr. Starcher, Superintendent. So today I'm bringing 4 items before you for consideration of approval for purchase. The first one is through Curriculum Associates. It's Ready Classroom Math Coaching. You'll recall we had 3 schools in place last year for this, Coal City, Hollywood, and Stratton. And if you'll remember, Hollywood and Stratton improved 10% in their math scores. Coal City did not improve last year, but we would like to consider keeping a coach there. We're switching out the coach and we had some changes in staffing at Coal City. So we are asking that we continue to keep the same coach at Stratton Elementary, provide one at Coal City Elementary, and then Bradley Elementary.
Recommendations?
So this is actually for a coaching person to work with that school.
And this is a math coach from Curriculum Associates. So they're ready classroom math trained, and they go in 15 days, 3 separate weeks, and do modeling and observing and coaching. And we had huge gains with Stratton and Hollywood. Remember, we talked about Hollywood. We just didn't want to see them. They came back up to 77%. So we've seen great success with this, and it will be through teacher leadership induction
No,
funds.
my question was, it is a presence, a body.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes.
And those people are trained through the,
They work
Ready
for
Math
Ready
program.
Math,
Okay.
right? And then Miss Blankenship and I, we do exit meetings with them, with the staff. They meet with teachers. It's a good model. Yeah, you're welcome to come watch at any time. Yeah.
What's the rationale for the school selection?
So what we've looked at is math. We started with math scores, and same thing. We're looking at their scores and their teachers and just the implementation of the math curriculum. And so basically for Bradley, we're not seeing much improvement there. In fact, they're dropping, and we've seen some drastic drops at Coal City. And so we would like to really have this math person in there to show how yield practices and best strategies for math implementation.
Mr. President, as we go through this meeting, I am new to this process.
Sure.
And I want to be humble when I speak. If I get out of order or speak
No,
at the wrong
no,
time,
no.
you've got to be sure to correct me.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you push your button.
Because we record all these stuff, you gotta hit that button there. That's your first lesson.
Gotcha, gotcha. Well, they'll be.
When you're
they'll
on red, you can talk. When you're not red, no.
Well, I want to be sure I push the red button at the right time.
I got you,
and
buddy.
Speak at the right time.
We've
So,
all hit the red one wrong time. Chris. Don't worry
okay,
about that.
so be sure to keep me straight.
Yeah, we got you. We're doing good. All right, thank you. Any other discussion? Superintendent, do we have a recommendation?
My recommendation is that the board approve the agreement with Curriculum Associates for math coaching at Coal City, Bradley, and Stratton Elementary Schools.
I'll entertain a motion to do such.
So moved.
To have a second. It's been properly moved and seconded. Any more discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. The next one is consider approval of McGraw-Hill for a curriculum purchase of high school mathematics renewal. Ms. Lowry.
Yes, so the next three that I'll be bringing before you all are part of the renewals for our licenses or licensures for student license for their textbooks. And this is just, remember, anything over 100,000 I have to bring before you. This is textbook adoption. So the first one is high school math, and this is just to renew the student textbook license.
My recommendation is that the board approve the McGraw-Hill curriculum purchase for our high school mathematics program.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a
Second.
second? Been properly moved and second. Any more discussion on that matter? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, motion carries 5-0. Next one, H, is consider a McGraw-Hill for curriculum for middle school, Algebra 1 and mathematics renewals.
Yes, so same thing here. This is to renew all of their math. They also have some consumables. So this is to renew the consumables for this year and also to add the Algebra 1 when we change the middle school algebra.
And basically, this is the same thing we're doing, not changing the same curriculum we're using right now, correct?
Right, correct. But remember, we added some middle school algebra in there.
Superintendent?
My recommendation is that the board approve the purchase of the McGraw-Hill curriculum for middle schools and Algebra 1 middle school.
You've heard the superintendent's recommendation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Been properly moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Properly moved and second. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote.
I
go, Ron, I'm
wanted to
sorry,
ask
go ahead.
one question.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said, I didn't understand the implications when you said adding algebra. What does that mean?
Well, Ms. Hodges might be able to explain that a little bit better.
We added Algebra 1 to the 8th grade course list. That was removed several years ago, and so we have put Algebra 1 back in 8th grade as an option for certain students if they're eligible. It does count as a high school credit. It does go on their transcript. They cannot retake it unless they fail it. It is not an honors. Algebra 1 is just a basic Algebra 1 for 8th graders that are eligible and want to take it.
Gotcha.
Any other discussion? Okay, proceed to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Okay, we're down to Goodhart Wilcox curriculum, purchase for health wellness. Ms. Lowry.
Yes, so this is the new adoption. So we, for this year, one of our adoptions was health and PE wellness. And so high schools and middle schools chose Goodhart Wilcox Publishing. And so this includes textbooks and the license. And so next year, it's considerably much higher this year than it will be in the future because we are doing the textbook purchase for these schools.
Recommendation?
My recommendation is that the board approve Goodhart Wilcox curriculum purchase for health and wellness for middle and high schools.
Do I have a motion?
So moved.
So moved. Do I have a second?
Second.
And probably moved to second. Discussion.
Yes.
Go ahead, family.
This isn't so much a question as this is an observation that I would be interested to hear you react. One of the experience, of course, you love our people's creativity and initiative, and you never want to stifle that. By the same token, when we make these big investments in curriculum, occasionally I would run across folks, and we actually had some discussion about that when I was at Stratton for that week. They would kind of get a perception of being a curricular free agent, if you will.
Correct.
And my hope and my trust and my observation has been that we have a healthy balance between having our people be creative, to use their initiative. Methodology is probably where that comes in most, but it doesn't occur very much with curriculum. We've made substantial investments. We've got coaching. We've got some coaches downstairs in the basement, I think, still.
Yes. Yeah.
And if there's systemic anarchy, you can't support it.
Correct.
And it would appear to me that we validate somebody's freedom based on the data that they are able to generate. In other words, somebody's discretion that we may offer a teacher, if they're getting results, then they're Perhaps there's more discretion there.
We have not allowed that. I mean, of course we want results, but we have said to administrators and through our leadership, moving, on down or up the hierarchy there, that they are to monitor that our curriculum is being used
Right.
because it is at least 80% standards based.
Uh-huh.
So teachers are charged with the standards are basically our curriculum. And this is curriculum we use to, fulfill those standards. So that's what, we expect that the curriculum is being utilized.
Do you get much pushback on that?
Not from administrators, really. I mean, we've told them this,
Yeah.
and that's the expectation and what they're allowing. When we see that as well, when we have those observations, we have those conversations with them.
Uh-huh.
Is this curriculum much of a change from what we were using before?
This is exactly the same, Goodhart
Exactly the
Wilcox.
same, okay.
Yes.
It was a new adoption. that's
Correct.
the
So,
adoption, but it's the same.
right,
Okay.
because the publication can only be so many years old. So you adopt every 6 years, and they wanted the same. And of course, it was revamped and refreshed, and we went with that. So we take a team to adopt this
Right.
curriculum.
Yeah, and that's coming from our staff, is it not?
Correct.
Yeah, our teachers.
Correct.
Great.
And they're invited to observe it and come look at the curriculum. We have it out there for them, and they share it amongst their.
We usually have a curriculum committee that goes over this.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they have what's called a caravan, and we take that committee with us. Now, this
Okay.
committee was much smaller than the original one with
I'm
reading and
sorry.
math.
I
Go
have a
ahead.
question, Mr. Cantley. You have confused me. I'm sorry. So
I'm
are you
sorry.
saying that we are too curriculum rigid?
No, not at all.
Or,
Not at
okay,
all.
Okay, I didn't know if you were saying we don't allow for the creativity of the individual.
No, not at
teacher,
all. Not
Or
at all.
that, okay. So you are preaching the gospel for the curriculum. being-
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I meant to do that.
I think- yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think with working with you with the,
Uh-huh.
with other school, with the school that you were at, that we have seen that some just want to not use that at all. And we have found that as well, and that can't be happening. We want consistency. And that's one thing we've said is we want consistency
Mhm.
and pacing to happen throughout our county.
Right.
And that's something that we've worked on pacing guides for math this summer and working towards that.
Yeah.
That's something we worked on for years. If you remember, we
Absolutely.
used to let every Tom, Dick, and Harry have their own software programs. Every school had a little software program for this, and I like this for my math, and I like how I read. And we kept saying, "Hey guys, we got to rein it in. Everybody's got to use the same one because if little Billy goes to Stratton and little Billy goes to Beckley, he doesn't need to start over again on a new thing. We need to be able to have countywide the same, no matter what school you're at."
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
that's one of the things, and same with curriculum, try to rope it in so that it's just not your little classroom, it's the whole county.
And we have really been firm and consistent with saying, we had a lot of people want to venture off their math path and do whatever they want. And we said, because they didn't want to change or
Right.
they don't like the change. And we said, you can't, we have to do the curriculum that we have purchased.
Well, it's hard to test and get results if you're not doing all the same
Mhm.
things, not fair to the kids either.
Mhm. And when you see results with this new curriculum, we have seen that.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries 5-0.
Thank you.
Down to the board, communications. Dr. Starcher.
Yes, Ms. President Snuffer, so I have the board self-appraisal. This was completed yesterday. Here are the results of it. The self-appraisal, as you all know, except Mr. Cantley, includes 29 questions. And you can see the breakdown of the responses for each question. I would highlight 4 questions, number 14 and 23. One board member marked disagreed with 14 and 23. So I want to talk about those first. They both deal with goals. 14, our board has specific measurable goals, frequently monitors progress toward meeting them, and makes changes as needed. And then number 23, our board's goals are established and communicated to all stakeholders. So I know we've talked about this a little in the past. I would like to be able to get the board's feedback on how it would like to develop its goals. Obviously, we have the strategic plan goals. And then we have the superintendent's goals, but, with a board member disagreeing on this, I would like to be able to, work with the board. Now, obviously, that would need to be done like in a work session, as a board, but, both of those are about goals. Number 18 is about policies. And our board has established a schedule for reviewing policies for relevance and alignment. So we have one board member who marked disagree. So we could talk about that. And then the last one is number 21. Two board members disagreed with this statement. The relationship between the board and the superintendent is one of mutual respect, open communication, trust, and confidence. So looking back last year, there were 4 strongly agrees and 1 agree on that item. And this year it's 3 strongly agree and 2 disagree. So I would welcome the opportunity to work with you, Mr. President, to address that.
Dr. Starcher actually sent me this last night late, the results of it. And I was kind of brainstorming last night, and we as the board can look at it. I would look at calling a work session meeting probably either later here in July or 1st of August for us to look at those as a board, kind of discuss those, how we can improve those results on those couple items, and voice our concerns. And I mean, Miss Hamrick's not here, so I don't know. These are all anonymous. We don't know her results are on that. We have Mr. Cantley here, so he can come in now and give his feelings and what we can do better on those. But I think that we used to have work sessions all the time, and we got away from that. Every time we had a new board come in, we'd have like a board retreat and work sessions and go over our goals and our policies. We kind of got away from that. I think we need to get back and maybe have one of those here as we start our year before things get really crazy. It'll be a public meeting. It's a workshop, so there's no, during a work session, you don't vote on anything. You discuss stuff, everything, but you don't actually take any board action. So everybody look at their schedules. I'll look at my schedule. I'll probably throw some dates out to you later this week and see what everybody looks at, and we'll try to get together on it, if that's okay. If I don't hear objections. Okay? Thank you. Because, I mean, that's the whole thing about self-appraisal. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having items on there that need improved. The problem is when you don't take action to improve them. So that's what we want to do, is look at what we need to improve those things. And a lot of it sometimes comes down to communications. Okay, we're down now to policies to be placed on 30-day comment. The first one is D3.29, grading systems. Dr. Starcher.
President Snuffer, D329 and D330 have the same adjustments or proposed revisions. As the board should be aware, both policies currently allow for semester exam exemptions. We've had discussion over the last year or so about our attendance, and the high school principals, when this was enacted or recommended for the board, the high school principals thought this could help with attendance, but they would believe now that it's not not helping with attendance. So they've asked that we remove that exemption option and return to where we have semester exams. And you'll see the language. All enrolled students are required to take the semester exam, excluding dual credit. For dual credit courses, we would just have to follow what the college or university expects for those classes. But those would be, that's the only change. Now, it's 3 different times in the policy of D329, but it's the same change. So my recommendation would be that this be placed on 30-day comment.
You've heard Superintendent's recommendation. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second? Properly in second. Okay, we're removing that off there. Is there any, I mean, it probably didn't work. There's nothing wrong with something not working, but are we replacing with something that we think might work?
At this,
incentive to get them in school. I mean, I'm just asking a question there, that was the idea of it, to incentivize them to get there. But now we took it out. Is there any other carrot we can put out there on a stick to try to get them to come to school?
we've not identified a specific carrot tied to
The grading or
grading or
stuff?
anything
Okay.
of that nature. And
Yeah.
and we do also have to be a little careful with tying grades to attendance.
Right.
You know, when I think about semester exams and I think about what we wish to accomplish with semester exams, it's almost as if maybe we picked the wrong thing to motivate attendance. And not only would I like the kids to come to school more, I would like the right kids, whatever the right is, or our best kids, or our most challenged, academically high functioning kids to want to attend our schools. And I think that semester exams in the arena where we're now competing for students allow students that want the academic challenge, that want the academic rigor, is something that is attractive. We did semester exams in middle school and junior high. We talked about developmentally appropriate at that level, but we had semester exams and we had comprehensive exams. And again, I think that there's an element of attendance is one issue, and I respect the desire to get kids to want to come to school. I think, though, that the concept of semester exams, maybe just separating it from attendance, is something to think about that allows us to compete for kids that and parents that want rigor. That's my thought that popped into my head that gets me excited as we talk about this. Am I right? I don't know.
Yeah.
If, I'm willing to listen, but that's what first pops into my head.
And I'm right, Dr. Starcher, you did tell us that this has been discussed with the high school principals and they were in favor of
Ms.
this. They
Hodges.
wanted this change to be made, correct?
They actually brought to us.
Okay.
And then it says-
That's what I just wanted to make sure.
One of the other factors that they brought up was a lot of our students that are going to ACT, trying to take those exams and then finish those.
Hey, I hate to be a real spoil, Nancy, but since we're recording it, if you're going to talk, you're going to have to come up here.
I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
Thank you.
One of the things that they talked about was, our students that are going to ACT, whether they're completing the interviews and the pre kind of exams to get into those programs, if all of these students have never had to complete a semester exam because they've been exempt, they're seeing a lack of ability to complete those exams that they need. And, there was a conversation a couple of times amongst the five of us that, some students will say, well, I'm not, college bound, so, I don't care about a, semester exam. But so many of them are career bound where an exam is required, and they feel like we are not doing them justice by just saying. And there's been a lot of confusion over the last couple of years because and especially this year, I think more so than ever, a student might be exempt from the first period exam because they had an A and maybe two, absences, but they weren't exempt from fourth period because of grade and so forth. I've had multiple conversations with parents this summer over confusion of that, not understanding, well, if they were exempt from one, why did they have to, because student just didn't attend and complete exams. So of course, then that really affected grades when you don't show up and take the exam. But no, the principals brought this to me, and I will say working on this with virtual students was very difficult, trying to determine who was exempt from what classes based on grades, making sure that we communicated that clearly to those students and families. But, I definitely felt that myself in virtual, so I know what they're feeling at the schools. But yeah, they brought this to me.
Now, from a standpoint of just being in school, I don't know how to keep track of who's there.
Yeah.
I watch kids, they come in, I'm here for first period, but I'm leaving now, but I'll be back on fourth period.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in there in and out of school
Oh,
all
it's not
day.
good.
It's crazy.
a lot.
Not good.
It's crazy. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think it is. But we'll put it out for 30-day comment. Appreciate you coming up and giving us those comments.
Great.
Any other discussion?
Imagine saying this, the less I come to school, the more I learn,
Yeah, yeah.
or the more I lower standards, the more I learn.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you'd never say that.
Right.
A basketball coach wouldn't do that. He wouldn't say, you come to basketball practice 5 days,
Yeah.
and when we practice on Saturday, you don't have to come.
Yeah.
You'd never do that because you know it's going to impact your achievement.
Okay, probably moving second. Any other discussion? Hearing now, proceed to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. That's put out on 30-day comment. D 3.30, promotion, retention, and grade requirements.
It's the same. The semester exam language is in both policies.
I see, yeah.
So I'd recommend this be placed on 30-day comment.
You've heard superintendent's recommendation to have a motion. Been probably moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries 5-0. Based on 30-day comment. Approval of payment of the bills.
We're actually on consent items, but I would like a payment
Oh,
of
I'm
the
on
bills.
consent. I didn't even see it. I'm sorry.
That's
I didn't
all
look
right.
at the first
I'd
word
like
there.
that one pulled off,
We're on
Mr.
consent. Oh,
Snuffer.
we are. You're exactly right, Mr. Dr.
I'd like A pulled off. I have a question, please.
Okay, good. So that's good. I brought that up. Then. I kind of read your mind. No, I didn't. That'd been scary. Okay, yeah. So we'll be voting on consent items B through E. Any objection to those? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent items as were submitted to you, B through E.
So moved.
Been
Sec-
probably moved.
second.
Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, I'll proceed to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we pulled A. Dr. Hutchinson, what's your?
My question is, and I have expressed this a couple of times. When I was going through the bills, I noticed that for the month of June that we paid a law firm $57,000. If you break that down, that's almost $2,000 a day for the month of June. We had no big personnel hearings. We had no big things going on. I'm just really concerned as to why that bill would be so much for 1 month with no, I mean, personnel season was over. We didn't have that to go through.
I wonder if that bill was for June or we paid it in June, but whether that actually was work was done in May. I don't know that. I'm just saying
That would have been April.
or April.
But that just really concerns me. I would like to know what that was all about
Yeah.
at a future time, please.
Maybe we can get an itemized bill of those, what the actual dates and the functions they were billed for.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That would be good. Thank you.
Superintendent, if you don't mind, if you would address that and we'll look into that. Okay. Okay, you've heard Dr. Hutchinson's concerns. Superintendent will address those concerns and we'll get itemized or more broke down billing for the board to look at on that. That said, then we can, I have a motion to approve the bills.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Then probably move second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, motion carries 5-0. Superintendent recommendation 2526. Any corrections or additions? There we go.
Good morning, everyone. If you will look close to the bottom of page 1 under the age section, you will see that initially with Jesse Copney, it was mistyped as Bradley. So that correction has been made to change that to Beckley Elementary School. And then remove Jenna Foreign.
My recommendation is as presented with the corrections noted by Ms. Smonka.
To have a motion to approve the superintendent recommendations as were corrected.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Probably move second. Any discussion or questions? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor of the superintendent's recommendation for 2526 personnel as was corrected, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, motion carries 5-0. Approval of the superintendent's recommendation 2627.
If you will flip to page 2 of those recommendations, this is a section at the top for resignation of substitutes. There was the thought of a procured position, which landed this person on the list. That has now changed. So we want to remove them from the resignation of the substitute list. So they will remain a substitute teacher, Abigail Gwynn. And then on page 3, midsection summer ESY aides, that's just a clarification that Tracy Griffith is aide 2. And last one on page 5, mid of the page, custodians, Keith Hurt, his effective date will change until today, 7/6/26.
My recommendation is as presented with the corrections noted by Ms. Simonko.
You've heard the superintendent's recommendation with the corrections noted. To have a motion to approve.
I move we approve the personnel recommendations as amended.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Been properly moved and seconded to approve the superintendent's recommendation, personnel 2627, as were corrected. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries 5-0. That concludes everything we have on our agenda. I will remind everybody that our next regular meeting will be July 28th instead of the Tuesday thing. So we'll look at that. If we do need a meeting, if something comes up, we discussed it earlier with the superintendent, we can have a meeting the week before that, okay? So if something comes up personnel-wise, Dr. Archer, and okay. That said, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Cantley.